See the movie Killers of the Flower Moon? Did you see that? I want to. Did you both see it? Did you see it?
Go ahead, say what you were gonna
Did you
about
see
it.
the movie? Did you see it?
Killers, Killers of the Flower Moon.
Yeah.
I didn't, but I do have input.
Okay. Okay.
It's
Both
knowledge.
of you, give me your thoughts on it.
Um, so yeah, my parents seen it.
Hmm.
And what I liked about what they said, we went to eat. My mom was like, or my dad, he was like, yeah, there's a bunch of white people walking out. I was like, all right, good,
That happened
because
when I saw it.
because that means
Hmm.
that they have to face what they actually did, and they have to look, and instead of being the white savior, the everyone white is right, they're seeing the truth, which is that they have a ugly past of how they treated our people, all of our people,
Yeah.
and the ugly ways that they take to do it, and how they're willing to do evil things to get what they want. They're takers. We call them the washichu, means takers of the fat,
Mm.
which means they're not good with just the meat. They want it all. They're gonna take the fat too. The washichu, that's how you say it in Lakota.
Okay.
That's what we call them, because they're
Yeah.
greedy.
Right.
You know, and they live up to it a
Mhm.
lot of the times. You know what I mean? So, uh, with that movie, I'm glad that we're getting not the representation, of course, representation in media, but in film. But I like that the stories are being told, and they're being told in a way that doesn't alter it
Uh-huh.
to make them comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're always made to be uncomfortable.
Yes.
And what I like is when they're uncomfortable. Be uncomfortable with our presence. Be uncomfortable with the truth.
Yeah.
And let's blow this truth up.
Yeah.
And of course, we want native producers,
Mhm.
right, to do these movies, so that we can focus on other characters.
Right.
From what I hear, it's not focused completely on the native characters. It's more so
It's both.
this side. But
Mhm.
for the most part, I feel like I've been hearing, even from the people, you know, that are families of these people in the movie, the native people, saying, "Thank you for telling our story."
Yeah.
So
I definitely got to shout out Martin Scorsese for that, because I cried in that movie, and I don't cry a lot. I was mad too. I was both. I was between the two emotions, and I was really like, I walked out of there like, damn, Martin Scorsese did that, and he's white. So it was like, and like you said, the stories oftentimes get adjusted, or they might throw a little white savior in there to make people feel okay, but and it never happened. And I was waiting for it to happen. I was like, oh, he's going to be the good guy, or he's going to be the one that does this, and it just never happened.
Mineral rights is the key component to destruction in this world. Wars are started over mineral rights. Wars and the major oil companies were established in Oklahoma. Before anything, before Saudi Arabia, before any country, it started. That whole concept of oil infrastructure and the blueprint of how to get it started in Oklahoma. So if you look at that, wow, they started that in Oklahoma and off the death of indigenous people to gain wealth, stolen wealth in Oklahoma off the lives of indigenous people, women and men.
Yeah.
And they just took that blueprint all across the world. Oh, they got oil in their land? Let's get them. Let's kill them. Let's start a war,
Right.
all for oil. But it started in Oklahoma. And the natives didn't even want to be in Oklahoma.
Right.
It was an unfertile land, the Dust Bowl. But they said, we'll send them to Oklahoma. They're probably live maybe 50 years. You feel me? And then they might live 100 years, but by then they'll be bred out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So let's write these treaties for 100 years, see where they're at. But they didn't know we'd still be here, to watch a movie about it.
Right.
Directed by Scorsese.
Martin Scorsese.
An
But-
Italian.
Right, an Italian. By the way, I
Props
love,
to Scorsese, though.
gotta throw this out there. I love the fact that they throw Tulsa in there. Tulsa, the Black Wall Street massacre in there as well, making the connection to both of the tragedies at that time, because that's a movie I want to see made, quite frankly, because we know that it was a very different approach, but the same sort of end, to destroy prosperity or people that were doing well.
Black folks were doing well. The freedmen were doing well up in Tulsa. The native Osage were doing well. The Seminoles were doing well. Oh, hell no.
hell nah.
We can't have this.
Right.
And they do what they do.
Yeah, yeah.
And here we are.
How do you guys